And now I'd like to introduce our moderator, Judge Stephen Bailey from El Dorado County.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be involved in this candidates forum tonight. Without further ado, however, let's get into the candidates' opening statements. The first candidate that we will have to give his opening statement is Mike Kozlowski.
Thank you very much. So I am Mike Kozlowski. I am an architect. I've lived here in Folsom for about 5 years and found it enchanting. I guess I'll start with a little brief story. When I very first decided to take a job here in California, I actually was, I got hired by a company in the Bay Area and was commuting for a short time between there and here, staying with my sister-in-law and her husband. And on one of the days when I didn't have to drive down to the Bay Area, I jumped on the railroad tracks out in front of the community college and decided to find what was at the other end of the tracks and walk towards downtown down the tracks, and had a nice little hike. It's a couple miles, and at the end of it I found the railroad station, the railroad yard, and the history museum there, and had a long conversation with Bill Anderson, who happened to be in the train car like he is most days. And just having that conversation made it clear that A, I needed to find a job near Folsom so that I could be here all the time, and B, that there are so many people that are dedicated to preserving the history of Folsom, that are dedicated to volunteering in the parks, dedicated to youth sports, and just generally love it here. And I'm one of them. I love it here. I think that everybody who has an interest in making Folsom continue to be the fantastic place that it is should step up and volunteer every way that they can. I'm volunteering tonight, so thank you very much.
Okay, Carrie Howell.
I know many of you in the room. I've been on the City Council for the last 12 years, served on the Planning Commission for 4 years before that. Most of you who know me know that City Council is kind of my hobby, and in my real life, the one that actually pays our bills, I'm an engineer. I have been very active in Folsom for quite a long time in a variety of different capacities. I am twice the past president of the Rotary Sprouts organization. I serve on the Sacramento-Placerville Rail Joint Powers Authority. I serve on, on the Sacramento County Regional Sanitation District Board. I've served on the Sacramento Groundwater Authority as a past chair, as a representative of the City on the Regional Water Authority. I currently serve on the board at Folsom Lake College. I serve on the board for Sutter Street Theater. I'm active in the chamber, and that probably covers most of it. There's not a lot of events that that you guys go to that you don't run into me, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a fact. We've done a lot of things in the 12 years that I've been on the council. We've built a library, we've built three new bridges actually. The only 3 new bridges to have been built across the American River in the last 50 years, and we're very proud of them. We have ongoing construction on Sutter Street that we're hoping is going to be complete, substantially complete by November 15th. That doesn't mean it's going to be completely done. There's still going to be some work on the buildings, but for the most part it'll be done. There's more work to be done in Folsom. I've been dedicated to this community for the entire time that I've lived here. I look forward to serving you for another 4 years and to moving forward with revitalization of the East Bidwell corridor and ultimately to the annexation and at some future point in time, the completion of the SOI. So thank you all for being here again, and I look forward to the questions.
Okay, our next candidate is Steve Miklos.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you to the Heritage Preservation League and the Folsom Station Community Organization for arranging this and all the volunteers that make this happen, including Karen's. A lot of people that do know me, a lot of people don't know me. I'm going to thank you again for the honor and opportunity to be on your city council since 1994. I've been blessed by my colleagues' confidence in me by serving as your mayor for 8 years and vice mayor for 3 years. And like Carrie mentioned, governing is very difficult and takes a lot of time. And what she mentioned is all the committees and commissions we sat on. During my tenure as mayor, I was actually honored as being the transportation committee for the U.S. Conference of Mayors for the entire United States. So there's a lot of things that take us from Washington to Sacramento and everything in between that we do. I'm a senior member of the Sacramento Area Council of Governments and actually chaired that organization. It's 31 members. That's like earning a lot of cats. But most importantly, I believe, is the work that we actually do in the community. A lot of people may not know this, what I'm going to tell you, but I actually founded and ran the operations of Vlade Divac Peja Stojakovic Sacramento Kings basketball camp for those 8 years. We raised almost $300,000 for the kids in the community. I also started the Mayor's Folsom Golf tournament, I should say, also to provide money and opportunities for those kids. I can go on and on. There's a lot of information about me on votestevemiklos.com as well as the smartvotersguide.com. But what I'd like to say first and foremost, and I look forward to the question, is I'm working just as hard today as I did in 1994, just as hard as I did when I was a Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce, member of the Planning Commission, when I was a Director of the Rotary Club, and I can go on and on. But I want to let you know, in no uncertain term, I have not acquiesced in my position whatsoever, no matter how long I've been here. And I really hope that I can continue doing the good deeds that I think that we have done, and I have been a member of a great team that has accomplished a lot of things in those 16 years. Thank you.
Andy Marin is our next candidate.
Thank you, and I assume the volume's better with the microphone. First of all, I'm delighted to be here today, and thank you for all those folks that put this on. I'm also excited to see the folks in the audience here. We did our League of Women Voters Candidates Forum this past Saturday, and although that's televised, so people can see the recording of that telecast, there were very few in the audience. So nice to have you all here, and thank you for taking time out of your day to be here. I'm also very prepared because I noticed we have some of our most persistent troublemakers in the community out there today, so we're all prepared. Just by way, I'm just going to use this time to introduce myself. Again, my name is Andy Morin. I have lived in Folsom since 1987. I tell people I married into Folsom. My wife is a native of the community, Kathy Engelhart. We have 2 boys, one 18 and one 15. One's a graduate of Vista del Lago High School, the new high school, and currently attends Folsom Lake Community College, which is a great institution, growing institution here in the community. And my other son just started driving, so watch out. And he is a sophomore at Folsom High School. A lot of my activities as far as weaving into the community were really based on that activism, working with my wife's family and my kids through the community. And I've been involved in many organizations throughout the years. Lastly, just to mention some of my professional background, I'm a meteorologist, graduate of Oregon State University. My apologies to the Oregon Ducks that might be out there in the community. Work as a senior hydrologist with the National Weather Service. I've done that for about 29 years. And my brother and I own a couple of restaurants here in the region. And let's see, I also serve on a number of regional boards, as the other council members do, currently on the Regional Transit Board and the Sacramento Cable Commission. So with that, I'll yield the remainder of my time to Bob, who is holding up a red card there. I'd like you to understand that I was the first person to hit that red buzzer, that big buzzer there. I wanted to see what that sounded like, Bob.
Okay, our next candidate is Jaya Bodega.
Thank you, Judge Bailey. And thank you to the Heritage Preservation League. Thank you to all the residents here who've shown interest and who've taken time. I appreciate your presence and value your comments. And a little bit about myself. I've lived in Folsom for the past 8 years. Initially, reluctantly, I moved from the Bay Area, but very soon was won over by the friendliness of the community and the residents, by the beauty around us, and by the easy accessibility to things in and around Folsom. I want to talk a little bit, as a newcomer to politics, about my political philosophy. I think that when you elect someone to the city council, you, as a resident, are delegating that authority to them to represent you. I want to represent you. I want to represent your opinions and your choices for Folsom. And as a councilwoman, hopefully, I will make sure that the council is not the only forum that I get to meet you and interact with you. I will make additional efforts, extra efforts to get out there, to be in the community as much as I can, to be able to get feedback. Because I think at this level of government, we can make the most impact, and we can see how the decisions that we make are played out in the community and whether they work for the city and the community or not. The 3 ideas that I have are all related to each other. They are primarily that we should have more community events, both to allow people to get together in this economy, I think, to get to meet your neighbors, to get to talk a little bit more, to get businesses to showcase themselves. Also to support our businesses, maybe facilitate rental agencies or landlords even to come up with incentives and programs for the community, and also to provide better transportation options in and outside of Folsom so that people can spend more time in our city and more money and help the economy. Thank you so much.
Munoz.
Thank you, Judge. Can everyone hear me okay? Great. First of all, I'd like to thank the Heritage Preservation League and everyone for attending here tonight. It's really an honor, and I just want to thank everyone. A little bit about myself. Let's see, I'm married. I have 3 kids. One freshman that just started at UC Berkeley, 7-year-old who attends Oak Chan. I really believe in working for the kids. I'm a soccer coach. I'm either t-ball coach. I'm a referee. Done many things for the kids in the past. I was a volunteer for the U.S. Navy Sea Cadet Program. Volunteered a weekend a month for several years. I feel that kids really depend on us to make the decisions that they can't make, obviously. And I feel that I want to be an ambassador of the community. I want to be able to have an open door policy. I feel that all of the members of the community, all the residents should have the easy access to contact your city personnel to deal with any concerns that you may have. You know, my number, personal cell phone number is listed on my website. Feel free to call me with any questions or concerns. I have a lot of experience throughout the years. I think I have a lot of things I can bring to the table. I'd love for you to visit my website, learn a little bit more about me and details. Obviously, I'm timed here, so I can't go into too deep. In any case, I'm a small business owner, and reason I'm running for city council. I will let you know on my closing statement. Thank you.